Hello, trading is closed on June 25th, 2024. As always, we'll start with our disclaimer, go over our calls and make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Wednesday, which is June 26, 2024. Please trade at your own risk. My calls can be wrong. Many times this month I have personal business and can't watch the market every second. Look for the pattern with the early low, which is this. Tomorrow should also have the early low. We said there was a good case for the market gapping up, even though it dropped all day Monday. We said there was a good case for the market gapping up, but that didn't mean the decline was over. Well, here's where we closed Monday. Here's where we opened today. So we got the gap up that we talked about, but this drop didn't. We have a low which undercut this low, so the decline was not over. Now, this is the wall with gap pattern. Here's your wall, here's your gap. It's an unstable pattern. And usually within a day or so, the gap fills and you find support right under the origin, right under the end point of the wall. So that's right over here, and that worked perfectly. That's already played out. MEJT says this rally is a false move, gives us a target of 54.51.39. Unless we gap up smartly tomorrow, that's my call. Well, this is the pattern with the early low and the late high. Typically, it's a rally day with a high in the final hour. We got that, but what's not good about it is that the close, which is this dotted line, was under all these prior highs. That means the last couple of hours of rally didn't really accomplish anything. If that's maintained, it's just churning at the top, and it's not good. In this pattern, you really want to close over all these highs. Now, of course, time doesn't run out until tomorrow's open. We open up here, all is forgiven. That we're not going to know until we open. But for right now, that's a negative pattern, and that's not this failure to close over these highs, the lower MEJT target. Those aren't all the negative aspects of this pattern. Here's our wave count. We had the good ABC down. We're going to call that A. We now have an ABC up, and we'll call that B. It might be A or B. You don't know at this point, but we'll call the blue B. C has a good fib ratio with A and B. And if you look at this wave C, you've got a pretty clear 5 waves up. Here's wave 5, which will set at 61.8. Wave 5 and wave 1 are exactly equal. And wave 3 is exactly 1.618 times either wave 1 or wave 5. I mean, it's just like in the textbook. And we've already started to reverse right from the point called for by the Elliott wave pattern. So that doesn't mean something else won't work, but there's really no reason to fight a pattern like this as long as it looks like this. As long as it isn't invalidated, you're going to have to assume we've completed 3 waves up. And what's interesting is if this is the end of blue B, then blue C is often equal to blue A, and that was a drop of about 1%. 1% here is about 54, 55 handle drop. Approximately. That should really pay off if that's the right idea. Well, Wednesday's pattern, here's the early low, regardless of where we open. There is a lower MEJT target. Unless we gap up smartly, the rules call for it to print. We had a rally all day, couldn't manage to close over midday highs. And if that's maintained at the open, it's a negative pattern, should lead to lower prices regardless of where we close. We have a wall into the close. Often that's followed by gapping down, and I'd be suspicious of the call if we didn't gap down. The wave count shows balance at the high day. We've already started the reversal from the balance point. All this points to lower prices tomorrow, but as always, if you gap up smartly, that call's killed before the open. And with this wall into the close, ideally, you're going to open under this low. And if that happens, I don't see how you can recover. That should be wave C down if this is the end of blue B. Again, it could be A or B, but I'm going to assume it's not. So it's a pattern with the early low, negative stuff, lower MEJT target, gapping up smartly kills the idea, but otherwise we're looking for lower prices, and it could be a 1% drop, not necessarily all in the day, obviously, but 1% is a lot of handles here. And that's today's call.